So, hi everybody, Craig Hanson here. We're checking out Lee Westwood, 43 professional victories all around the world, ex-number 1, 10 Ryder Cups, one of the best ball strikers over the last 20 years and arguably the most consistent player never to win a major. Now, towards the end of the video, we're going to go through the magic move and hopefully you guys can pick up one or two things here, as it is a very, very unique golf swing. I had the chance to watch Lee when I was teaching at Australian Open a couple of years ago, and I asked if I could stand behind him. I watched him hit balls for about 40 minutes to an hour, and it was unbelievable. Let's get in there and have a look at this unique swing, because it does really have some great moves in it. And as I said, I think we can all learn something from it here, as it really looks like at times with the position of the right arm coming down, it should come down steep, but he does a couple of things to help him flatten out the plane. So let's get in there. One of the things I noticed with his motion is that his head moves forwards. Obviously the head's lowering downwards, but it does move forwards. And I really do like this position though. I mean, the right hip has deepened, the right leg straightening slightly on the way back, as we can see. And beautiful move at the top. Now he does have a steep shoulder turn. We can see that, from the top, the shoulders pointing down to the ground. It's with inside a yard, you would say, and just looking at the pelvic tilt, you'll see it around about the same spot where it hits the ground as the shoulders do. So head's moved downwards. The left arm is a lot lower than the original shaft plane. So we get a line up the arm there at 43 degrees, and we get a line straight up the original shaft plane. We get 52, so 9 degrees lower, and a unique move. Shoulder into the belt buckle is very, very low. So a powerful position, deep shoulder turn with low arms. Now, obviously that works for him as it helps him shallow out the plane. I personally believe this is a great move for many of the club golfers out there, getting this lead arm or left arm lower and getting the shoulder turn quite deep. It really does allow to get a better angle in the back of this right wrist, which is a flattening characteristic. Now, as he moves downwards into the ball, what is unique is that he can get it on such a low plane, the plane pointing outside the ball, even though when he's coming in, the right arm is higher than the left. I mean, that's we really don't see that much, but what you will see is that people that do that, they will create a big angle in the back of this right wrist, and they won't open up their body as much. Okay, so if we go back to the start, and we have a look at the address position, we see him coming into impact. We see normally when the left arm is parallel to the ground, one of the checkpoints to look at your sequence is that both knees would be relatively level. You'd see only a tiny bit of the left knee, where here we can see that he's quite closed off to the target. And when he gets back to impact, he's really not that open at all, as when we compare it to the swing on the right side. We definitely do see a lot of lowering from these unbelievable ball strikers. Some of the best ball strikers of all time, they seem to have this unique ability to lower down into the ground and create that compression. But a great move down as the club splits through the trail forearm and the shaft pointing outside the ball and getting into that slot position, people, where the club head is level or behind the hands moving into impact. Okay, now very, very important area. Flattening the plane doesn't just come from one area, it can come from many different areas of the swing. So if you're struggling with that, you really should get some information on that. Perhaps jump on my website and have a look at the online lessons and get yourself with some good information moving in the right direction. Down and into impact, as I said, the right arm bent, not opening up much through the ball, and a much, much steeper shoulder plane through the shot as compared to where he started. Great leg work, great footwork, hip remaining deep, and that neck tilt on the side that we see so often, a very neutral club face, not over rotated, and just a ball striking machine. Really like the way this left leg is so solid into the shot, the left foot so solid, and man, this guy can really, really hit it. We'll just check out the front view. It is an interesting move. We can see he's got some strength. We'll see this left foot just lift up a little bit, And this move here is the move that I love. Obviously we know that you can see his head lowering downwards, but it's this move here where the right leg stays back. For people out there struggling to flatten the entry, and they've got 60 million golfers and 40 million coming in steep. A lot of you guys are told to turn your hips and twist your hips, but you've got to rebalance yourself. So this is a flattening characteristic where the right leg stays back, and we see that by so many of the grey hitters. The left leg still remains flexed, and when it remains flexed, it will slide. It will have some lateral movement to it. If the left leg straightens, I have a tendency for a lot of people to straightens too early, a tendency to come in a little bit too steep. Now we'll just go through, some of the great ball strikers here, and we'll see a similar move here where the right leg stays back. And we see that magic move almost that the belly button is pointed away, the right leg straight, the left holds its flex, and we can see Westwood doing it magnificently there. And let's go through a couple here. Lee Trevino as well. Just that initial move, lead leg gaining flex, right leg staying back. And Tiger Woods also here, you'll see a similar sort of move where the right leg stays back and the left gains flex. And this recenters, and this is a flattening characteristic. Very interesting swing there, guys. Lee Westwood. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.